So the 1930 Boston Bruins and the 1975 Philadelphia Flyers are not popping the champagne right now. Instead, they are at home or in a bar somewhere drinking the pain away as the Detroit Red Wings make NHL history with their 21st consecutive win on home ice. 21 up, 21 down in the Joe. And they did it at the expense of my Dallas Stars. It was hard to watch. The Stars, I mean, they had chances all game. They started the first period out, I'm not going to lie to you, they looked like shit right out of the gate. 2 out of Detroit's 3 goals came within the first 10 minutes of the first period of the game. Then the Stars just locked it down defensively. One of those was a power play goal, and as far as I can remember, I don't believe that they got another power play goal the rest of the time. I know that Ott was in the box for a minor. He was out for 8 seconds, then they sent him back in. So I mean, when I watch this team, as many of you know, those that follow me or know me personally, my teams are my life. They are a big part of my emotions and how my day goes, whether it be good or bad. And I mean, we all know about the Cowboys. They like to play down to the caliber of their opponents. Teams that they should beat, they're getting blown out by. Just stupid shit. The Mavericks are kind of struggling this season. They're kind of starting to find themselves, but we all know about the Rangers. Back-to-back American League champions, can't seem to finish it off in that World Series though, but they looked over 100 times better last year against St. Louis than they did the year prior against San Francisco. I will say that. But I see it out of the Rangers sometimes, and I see it out of the Mavericks sometimes, but even the Mavericks sometimes just say, we ain't going to win this one, and just throw in the towel. They very rarely do that, but they do it sometimes. The Cowboys do that seemingly all the time. But when I watch this team, I see a team that doesn't quit, that doesn't give up. And, this is very cliche, and, everybody says it, but it's the truth. We lost 3-1, guys, but we got nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, we held our own, basically, for that entire game against the most dominant team in the history of the NHL. We gave them a game against a team that they said could not be beat, in a place where they said they could not lose. Now, granted, we didn't prevent history. Congratulations to the Red Wings in your 21 straight. Obviously, as a Stars fan, most other Stars fans, like myself, hate the Red Wings. I don't mean this personally, but I kind of see the Detroit Red Wings as the New England Patriots or the New York Yankees of hockey. If you're not actually a Detroit Red Wings fan, 90% of America hates that team because they are so fucking good. The Yankees, I'll be the first to tell you, I hate the Yankees. I'm not really too big on hating on the Pats, but most people, if they're not actually a fan of that team, they hate the good, dominant, seemingly unstoppable teams like the Patriots and the Yankees and the Red Wings. But we went out there, and I say we, and I don't mean to overuse that term because I'm not out there on the ice. I'm not the one battling out there, but I'm a part of this fan base, and so, like many other Stars fans, I feel like we're a part of this team. When they win, we win, and when they lose, we lose. I went to my first Stars game on Sunday and watched them go down 4-2 against the LA Kings, but it was the same thing then. They didn't give up. Even when it looked like all hope was lost, even when it looked like they were out of the game. I mean, it was 3-0 with like 30 seconds to go. And then I believe it was Adam Burrish just knocked it in. Took the shutout away from McDonald. I'm sure that they're not going to mind it that much. They still made NHL history. But that's what I'm talking about. They never give up. They never quit. They're constantly pursuing the puck and trying to get scoring chances. And the goal of hockey is to get the puck into the back of the net. Get it past the goalie, past his glove, blocker, and stick, and into the back of the net. If the goal in hockey was to hit the post, we would have won this game like 6-0. I can't even count how many times we hit the post. But that's just how it goes sometimes. I mean, we got good quality scoring chances. But unfortunately, hitting the post does not count. It's got to go into the back of the net. I'm proud of this team, though. We're not out of it. We're still in 10th. We were in the 10th spot before this game. I need to check on Minnesota and Phoenix and see where they're at. I don't know exactly where we're at right now. We couldn't be any lower than 11th. But when I watch this team, I see a team that I don't see when I'm watching the Cowboys. I see a team that believes in themselves and believes that they can get the job done. They didn't get it done. But guys, they played their hearts out, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. And like I said, that's a very cliche term, and nobody likes to say it because everybody likes to win. And when you don't win, nobody wants to be the guy saying it's okay to lose as long as you tried your best. Nobody wants to be the guy condoning losing as long as you do it with an effort. But what I take away from this game is that we showed the hockey world that we could compete. I mean, if you were watching this game, there was scoring chance after scoring chance after scoring chance. I'm not a Red Wings fan. I wasn't at the game. I don't live in Detroit. But if I had to take a guess on this, I would say that, especially in that third period, when we spent the first, 7 minutes straight in the Detroit zone, I believe that the fear of God was in every single Red Wings fan at that moment. And then Hudler, however the fuck you pronounce his name, just knocked in pretty much the insurance policy to make it 3-0 with 2 minutes left. But like I said, they don't give up, and above all else, especially after watching the Cowboys do it for so long, that's pretty much all I can ask for at this point for my teams. It's just, you're going to win some and you're going to lose some, but for the love of God, go out there and fight for it at least. Don't give up. Don't go out there and act like you don't have a chance, which is what a lot of teams do against the Red Wings. But they went out there and they fought for it. And they were this close to getting it done. They were an inch, a centimeter off on several shots where they had McDonald down and out, dead to left, dead to right, whatever. They had him on several occasions, and they just post after post after post after post. And that was the story of this game. Like I said, above all else, they didn't quit, they didn't give up. And so I'm liking what just like I said in my review of the LA game. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this team right now. When I watch this team, I believe that they can find themselves. They're already starting to, but I believe that they can find themselves at the right moments and get themselves into the playoffs. What are they going to do in the playoffs if they get there? I don't know. We'll have to wait until that time comes. I'm not even guaranteeing that they're going to get there. I'm saying that if they keep up with this effort like they did tonight, we can get it done. We didn't have it tonight. Detroit, I wish I could say they were the better team. I don't want to be the guy that's sitting here making excuses saying Detroit got lucky. I mean, Detroit's defense, kudos to y'all. Like I said, like the first 7-8 minutes of the third period straight was spinning the Detroit zone. But Detroit's defense just locked it up. And they just weren't letting anything get through. Most of our shots were from the point. Because they just weren't letting anything down low. They weren't letting anything in the slot. And my last segment is Kari Lettinen. I see Kari Lettinen, and I always have, but especially after tonight, I see Kari Lettinen as the Tony Romo of the Dallas Stars. Here's a guy. Tony Romo is the captain, one of the captains of the Cowboys, but here's a guy in Kari Lettinen in net. Might as well call him the captain of this team because he has bailed us out on several occasions. Just like tonight, our defense wasn't there really, but our offense was. Our penalty kill was there, but our 5-on-5 defense, our full-strength defense, just wasn't there tonight. And they were letting opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, down low, into the slot, you name it, they were letting it by them. Kari Lettinen faced, I don't remember the exact number, but it was about 40 shots. And he allowed 3 to go in. And I know that at least 30 of those shots were high-quality scoring chances from either down low or in the slot. Right up there by the goal. Prime real estate where everybody tries to get to. Dallas was letting them in there time after time after time. And Kari Lettinen just kept stepping up. And stepping up and stepping up. And the reason I said that I see Lettinen as the Tony Romo of the Stars is because Tony Romo is the quarterback of the Cowboys. And so the entire pressure of that team is on him. When they lose, it's always Romo's fault somehow. Even if it's not, it's always Romo's fault, according to SportsCenter and people that like to hate. And it's the bottom line is, guys, like I said, we've never really had a running game for the Cowboys. When you have to throw the ball 40, 45 times a game because your running game is that bad, when you put the ball up that much, I don't care if your quarterback is Tom fucking Brady, you're gonna throw some interceptions. When you put the ball up that much, eventually the defense is gonna figure you out. When you've got your goaltender in net, and you can't tighten up in front of him, and you're giving up 30 to 40 quality scoring chances in the slot, when you're facing that many shots, you're not going to stop them all. McDonald only faced like 20, 25 shots, something like that. You cannot ask for a better effort than what we got from Lettinen tonight. He was stopping everything. He was stopping shit that he shouldn't have stopped. He was stopping shots that was making me go, wow, how did he do that? How did he get back? They had him beat. They had him dead to right. He flashed across the crease and stopped it. He'd rob him with his glove. He'd knock his stick in there at the last second. And that's exactly the same thing from Tony Romo. He gives his best effort week in and week out. Sometimes he comes up a little bit short. But it doesn't help Tony Romo at all when the defense is just fucking breaking down behind him. Even the Patriots have a decent defense. They lost the Super Bowl, but they still have a decent defense. Their defense kept them in the game against Eli Manning in the Super Bowl. If the Patriots defense played like the Cowboys defense, that would have been a blowout. The Stars defense has to tighten up. Daly, oh my God, he was the one defenseman that I can honestly say went all out, lights out tonight. And I apologize if this video was so long, but I'm trying to get through to everybody, because I've already heard a couple people say that we need to get Lettinen. We need to get rid of Lettinen. He let 3 shots get by him. Those guys, obviously, you don't even watch hockey, and if you do, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So study the sport a little bit. When your defense is that bad in front of your netminder, you're not going to stop 40 shots in one night. At some point, the defense has to tighten up in front of him, just like at some point, the defense is going to have to tighten up on the other side of Romo, make it a little bit easier for him. Because I don't care if Romo's putting up 40 points a game. If the defense is allowing the other team to put up 40 points a game, like I said, then you got, on top of that you've got to throw the ball 40, 45 times a game because you can't run the ball. I mean, you see my point. And I don't think that we necessarily need to change the defense. They just need to tighten up. I think we got some really good defensemen. You know, we got Robidoux, we got Trevor Daly, the 2 best in my opinion. We got Goligoski. They just got to tighten up in front of Lettinen. So, Kyle Lettinen, this to say to you, big ups to you, man. You didn't get the win, but you did literally everything you could do, and it wasn't good enough. Because, just like the Cowboys, your defense is putting it all on your shoulders, game in and game out, to bail them out. They're expecting too much of you. And even then, 90% of the time, you're able to deliver. Just keep doing what you're doing. Offense, keep doing what you're doing. You're getting scoring chances. Defense, tighten up in front of Lettinen, guys. Seriously, he can't do it on his own. But this video's went on way too long. I apologize. Final score is Stars 1, Red Wings 3. The Red Wings make NHL history, 21st consecutive win on home ice. The 1930 Bruins and the 75 Flyers are at home crying right now, I guess. So anyway, congratulations, Red Wings. Star fans, keep your head up. This drought can only last so long. As long as the defense can tighten up, we'll get out of this eventually. I like what I'm seeing from this team. I believe in this team, I really do. And like I said, Lettinen, I wouldn't want anybody else in net right now. And that's the truth. But anyways, y'all. Stars for life, y'all. That's the Hawk. I'm out. Let's go Stars. Peace.